Except for the gentle hum of a hydroelectric power plant, the bubbling up of water as it leaves mighty turbines, the cheerful sounds of America and the world on the move to see this pioneer multipurpose reclamation project, Man Built in Black Canyon. Millions come to this once desolate spot to see this engineering wonder, to hear the story of Hoover Dam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now standing on the powerhouse ramp 560 feet below the top of the dam. This is Black Canyon, where Nevada and Arizona meet, where the Colorado River once flowed uncontrolled. Here's where man conquered this mighty river, placing a concrete yoke about its neck to harness its tremendous water and power resources.
Yeah, keep coming. And don't forget your
I got you, man. I got you, man. Sí, fue la storia. Sapieto, ecco, sapieto. As we look at this diagram, we are here on the Nevada Diversion Tunnel. Diversion tunnels are about 4,000 feet in length and about 50 feet in diameter. As you feel that vibration through your feet, that is water rushing through the penstock as you look out in the window at about 96,000 gallons per second. It is enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in less than 7 seconds. But before they could build Hoover Dam, the workers needed to blast 4 diversion tunnels through the canyon. 2 on the Nevada side and 2 on the Arizona side. Once that was in place, they built an Hoover Dam which stands at about 100 feet in height, and this blocks the water from going into the construction site, whereas it forces the water into the diversion tunnel and away. Also on the other side, they built the lower Hoover Dam, which stands at about 65 feet in height, and that blocks the backflow of water from the diversion tunnel trying to get back into the construction site. After that was said and done, the workers removed sediments down to bedrock, and on June 6, 1933, they laid the first bucket of concrete. And this continued on until May 29, 1935. As you can see, there are other structures. There's a power plant, the 4 intake towers, Nevada, and the Arizona spillway. Intake towers takes water from Lake Mead up into a 30-foot diameter penstock, travels down, releases into a 13-foot diameter penstock, and to the turbine. The flow of the water through the penstock spins the turbine, which spins the shaft connecting to the rotor, and that is how electricity is generated here. Also on both sides, the Nevada and the Arizona spillway. The sole purpose of this is to protect water from flooding and going over Hoover Dam and onto the power plant. As you can see in this picture here, this happened in 1983 under flooding conditions. And for 62 days, the water went over the spillways. So now, after Hoover Dam was completed, they needed to fill up Lake Mead. So what happened is, they capped all 3 of the 4 diversion tunnels with bulkheads and steel caps, and also laid 400 feet of concrete plugs to seal these tunnels. As of right now, you are standing in one of the tunnels that water used to flow through before. Now, these are no longer in use. And they blasted away the lower Hoover Dam so that the water can flow through freely. As to this day, Hoover Dam stands, it is financially self-sufficient, and the sale of our electricity paid for all our bills. That is why we thank you very much for coming today and for your smiling faces, because it's you guys who make our work better and to pay me to talk to you guys. So does anybody have a question? I'm up for 2 questions.
First of all, say, where are we exactly over the diversion?
Right here. We are here on the lower diversion tunnel. The upper diversion tunnel is about 50 feet height up there.
And there is water running through this or not?
These are no longer in use. Only the spillways is there, but it's only for emergency purposes.
Right. It shows pipes going from this spillway to the turbines. They're not used either?
No, they're no longer in use. It was only used before they built, because they needed to divert the water in order for them to build the Hoover Dam. Any other question?
What are these smaller pipes that we're talking?
These are fallouts channels, and these directs air through the cooling system. We use it for AC. All right, folks, can you make a pathway for me while I make my way to the tunnel entrance? And then I'll lead our group to our next destination. Thank you.
The shaft alone weighs 114 tons. The revolving parts with the generator weighs 800 tons.
The total weight of the generator is 2,000 tons.
As you look up to flag of the United States, you will see the original P&H cranes. There's 2 on Nevada wing and 2 on the Arizona wing. Each crane has the capacity to lift 300 tons. With 2 cranes put together, it can lift up a 560-ton rotor. Now, I would like for you guys to direct your attention back down to the brown color object in the fenced-in area. This is a Pelton wheel generator. We have 2 here at the power plant, 1 here and 1 on the Arizona wing. It is important because each has an output of 2.4 megawatt of electricity that we use here at the dam, the power plant, and the visitor center. For elevators, for air conditioning, and for lights. So, I would like to see if does anybody know where Hoover Dam is? Put up your finger and point. Any volunteer? Where is Hoover Dam? Thank you, my friend, and my other friend, and my other friend over there. Yes, you guys are right. Behind these concrete wall, over these wall, is Hoover Dam. On the top of Hoover Dam is 45 feet thick. At the base of Hoover Dam is 660 feet thick. Speaking of feet, as you look down, you will see a beautiful terrace of marble floor. We have 121,000 square foot of this flooring. It was installed by the Martina family in 1936 and 1937 at a cost of about $60,000. Also, you'll see striking graphics and electrical outlet piping representing the form of electricity. And the round design is the turbine, the water needed to spin the turbine. Okay, folks, for those of you who have a yellow wristband, come to my right here. Yellow wristband. For those of you who have a yellow wristband, walk on down. The yellow wristband.
Where are we in? Dam.
Let's find it. 6, 7.
What side are we on?
That's the thickness of the dam, then.
What's that?
No, that's the thickness of the dam.
Yeah. So, you're asking what is the thickness of the dam?
Yeah?
Let me start with this question. Height-wise, there's about 200 feet of dam beneath us and almost 500 above us. 726 feet tall. And we're on the Nevada side. Thickness-wise, at this level, it's 450 feet thick. At the base, 660 feet thick. And then, so it looks like this, right? On the lake side, it's almost straight. The very slight angle going right down into the water. On the river side, a huge curve, right? So 45 feet thick up here, 660 feet thick at the base. Okay. Any other questions?
Are the concrete cooling down pipes, are they filled up later or is there still holes?
As they finished sections of the dam, they disconnected those cooling pipes, filled them with concrete, left them out there. They serve no purpose. Now the lake continues to cool the concrete as it continues to cure.
Okay, there are no holes inside the dam.
Nope. But the blocks of concrete in the dam are independent. There's no rebar in the dam. They're just keyed into one another.
Okay.
So that whole structure is built to flex
There you go.
with the earth.
Okay.
Alright, so this portion allows us to show you some of the original tour route. And when I say original, I'm talking about April 1st, 1937. That was the first day they did official tours here at Hoover Dam. If you had come that day, you'd have come from an elevator on top of the dam, straight down through the dam, out this tunnel, and out into the plant. And that's how all tours were run up until 1995, when they finished the visitor center. And this is how it looked. Beautiful terrazzo marble, subway tile, aluminum doors and fixtures, all put in for tourism.
Why is it terrazzo? Who did the terrazzo?
The Martina family, straight out of Italy. And Gordon Kaufman was the architect. He was responsible for the look of the dam, and he was going for that Art Deco look, and terrazzo was very Art Deco. So he hired that family to do the terrazzo marble floors.
Do you happen to know where they were from?
I don't. They came out of Denver to do this project. They were living in the United States by then. But now they're still in business in California, so you can call them up if you want.
All right.
All right, guys. We're going to head out into the dam. That's just an elevator starting up. That's all it is. Follow me. Over that right-hand side. Pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much right where the dam starts, right there. Because the rest, everything that way is the power plant.
What is underneath here?
That's since 9/11. Yeah?
What is underneath here?
Underneath here is concrete.
There were some tiles that could be taken off.
Oh, there are for electrical and drainage and stuff like that. We're stop right about there. That's great.
Take it out.
All right. Right on in.
What's on television? Hey, I've never seen her on television before.
If you're any taller than me, you got to duck. The concrete beneath you is a little slick, so watch your footing as you're walking out. And if you want to get up to that vent with your family or small group, get together here. If you get separated here, it's hard to get back together in the tunnel. So get together and follow me. Don't look down.
See now what kind of wiggle do you use here? So we're going to have the form of this. Or copy around it. So it would form in your main. You end up in probably it's like higher.
What happened here?
Yeah.
What happened here?
Big cake?
That's cool. We had McDonald Con was one of the elements, and they came out a few years ago to as a corporate tour, right? When they came out, they had gone back in their closets, and they didn't even realize they had it, but they had been given a pewter model of the dam.
Really?
Yeah, opened up on the side, showed the pentocks and everything. They had forgotten about it. It was collecting dust in the closets. But where are you from, sir?
Down here,
Where are you from?
California.
Okay.
What are the buildings on the side of the tubes?
That's a bypass system. So if we want to flush out the pipes from maintenance, we need to shoot out those holes.
From the generators?
No, that'll bypass the generators completely. Just go straight out through here.
So when she said we were standing in a diversion tunnel, but
Uh-huh.
there's water underneath us, how could there be water underneath us?
In the pipe.
Just for the generator?
Right.
Oh, okay. They follow those diversions.
And that pipe would destinate, see that concrete corner sticking out?
Yeah.
On the right hand side? That's where that pipe would come out. So if that pipe, if you chose to bypass or flush it out, it would come out down there.
Oh.
There's another pipe higher up, here for tunnel, that comes out of the 6 Oh, I know it is, isn't it? Okay, hang to your right hand side. Did you want me to?
No, thank you.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I just want to have a...
Go right ahead, sir.
What's that?
Where are you guys from? Which part?
From Russia. Or from Lighthouse Point, Florida. Come on, Jonathan, there's no time for this. From Russia.
Where is that at?
East Coast.
Oh.
Above Fort Lauderdale.
I spent some time in Pensacola.
Oh, I stays in Pensacola for 4 years.
Beautiful.
We've been there twice this year already.
Really?
Yeah, the kids and my daughter did the National Flight Academy. It's new at the
okay,
Naval Air
sure.
Museum.
Interesting.
They were the plane builders, first 5-day sleep builder camp.
That's a great museum.
You're right. Go up and down?
You can. What's your name now?
Debbie.
Debbie wants to climb out, guys. You ready?
So we're not going up.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so this is how you'd have entered the tour from 1937 to 1995. And it's beautiful. Brass doors, marble, all original. What you want to do is look down to your feet in the middle. What you're looking at is that Native American symbol. Specifically, you're looking for circular motion. It's meant to imitate the motion of the generators down below. Next, you want to check out the elevator doors. And what I'm showing you is the time and energy they put into the look of Hoover Dam. And they did that for 2 reasons. One, of course, was tourism. The other, this was a real symbol of hope in the midst of the Depression. So they put almost as much time and energy into the look of Hoover Dam as into the function. All right, from here you got a few options. And by the way, you can stick around and take a few photos afterwards if you want. I'll be here. As we exit, turn right, you're going to Arizona. Halfway across the dam into the state line. Turn left, you have the old exhibit building. It says Hoover Dam all over it. Show your wristband. Inside there's a 40-foot model of the flow of the Colorado River and a 10-minute presentation that goes with that. Left of that building is my favorite stuff. Now you may have already seen the 2 statues in the flagpole. When they were near completion of the project, they held a national competition to hire an artist to commemorate the work of the men on the dam. Oscar Hansen won that competition with a really unique concept. He wanted to commemorate the date, September 30th, 1935. That was the day Franklin Roosevelt came out here to dedicate the dam. Now to do that, Hansen replicated the night sky from that date in the floor. He placed 200 brass discs in the floor, representing the 200 brightest stars in the sky that night, and he placed them accurately. So it's really worth checking out. Now I will be out here to answer any questions you have left over. I want to say thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed the tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, right is Arizona, left is everything else, guys.
Go to right.
Nhưng mà lớn.
About halfway down that road.
I don't know, probably right.
So about 50. a logo and drop. It's a real top. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Normal is halfway. See where it gets darker?
Okay.
That's normal.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can I go on?
I'm not allowed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, thanks very much.
Great tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the exit.
You can't go.